lesson, we will be learning some important things. So, Tajahao, my name is Sezi, and today I'll be teaching you some basics of Mandarin, like what is Mandarin, how hard is Mandarin, how long does it usually take to learn Mandarin, what are tones, and one of the most important question that I skipped writing over here is the difference between traditional versus simplified Chinese. So you must have seen this thing written at a lot of places that some people use the traditional Chinese, some use the simplified version. So we'll understand this bit by bit. So the first thing that we'll start with is what is Mandarin, right? Okay, so over here you need to understand this is that Mandarin is one of the most commonly spoken languages, right? It is the official language of China, and Mandarin is not uh, the only one Chinese language that's there. Mandarin is it comes from a branch of Chinese languages. So I have made previous shorts about these, so you can check out on on my page. What exact is Chinese a single language? That is this one short. And the second thing is Mandarin is the standard form used in schools, media, and government in China, as well as in Taiwan and other Chinese speaking country areas. Second question is how hard is Mandarin? So this is like one of the question that everybody wants to know, like how hard actually is Mandarin, and people usually scare you off, so don't do that. Don't run away. Mandarin is different. It is not difficult. So the thing is that when we approach a new language, we might find it a bit difficult because it's different than what we usually have learned. So if you learn French or in some case say German, so these languages are might look a bit familiar to you because they also use the Roman system of writing, the Latinized alphabets that we use in English. So it might look a bit familiar. But in case of Mandarin, the writing system is very different. So it might sound a bit difficult, but it is not difficult. It is just different, right? The second thing is the one thing which people always worry about is tones. So are tones really that bad, or does it is it the fact that tones are always so scary? So no, tones are very simple and they are like one of the most important things in Mandarin that we need to understand and learn. The next thing is the unfamiliar pronunciation. So yes, one of the most important concerns that people have is um, because the pronunciations are unfamiliar, so people get really stuck on the fact that Mandarin is very difficult. So eventually in this lesson, in the upcoming lessons, while I'm teaching you Mandarin, I'll make sure to teach it in a way that it's simple, it's easy for you to understand and learn, and you'll also see that Mandarin is not as difficult as it looks. In fact, it is a very logical and a very creative language, I would say. So Mandarin is just like Lego. It is like building blocks. We'll come to that very soon. Okay, the next question is how long does it take to learn Mandarin? Well, in this case, I would say to be very realistic, through 3 to 6 months of consistent study, you can make beginner level conversations. Okay, for comfortable speaking level, you need to be uh, practicing it for for a year or two. And in case of speaking very well, like as a fluent speaker, you need to study and learn Mandarin for at least 4 to 5 years. So, but again, we are learning as a beginner. So yes, we can learn it in 3 to 6 months, which is like the average time to learn any language. So yeah, by that you can understand it. Okay, Mandarin is fairly and relatively a good language. It's an easier language, and yes, we can learn Mandarin very well, very simply. The next question is, what are tones? So, if I tell you in a very short or simple manner, just like in music, we have musical pitches of a syllable. So, tone is the musical pitch of a syllable. Tone is like a pitch. When I raise my tone, when I say wait, or when I say go. So, can you differentiate the way I'm speaking? Can you differentiate the pitches of the two words that I just said? That is what tone is, right? So over here we need to understand that when we have the same syllable but we speak it differently, it is known as it can have different meanings, right? So that is what tone is in general. And to be very honest, Mandarin is like singing. So we'll also come to tones. I'll explain it in a more in a better way. But I think you get the basic point of what tone is, right? So just like in music, when we say do re mi fa sa re ga ma, so in the same manner, tones are also like musical syllables. The only difference is of the pitch, right? And the last and the most important question, traditional versus simplified Chinese. Oh my God, this is the question I come across a lot. What is traditional Chinese? What is simplified Chinese? What is the one that is used in China? Okay, so to give you a very simple explanation, the traditional and simplified are writing systems. So Mandarin is a single language. Okay, so there is this language called Mandarin, which is commonly spoken in China. That's one of the most, which is the official language in China. So Mandarin is a single language. We write Mandarin in different forms. So traditional Chinese is also a form of writing. Simplified is also a form of writing, right? As simple as that. Now, why do we have two different writing systems? The fact is very simple. It's actually a historical reason. So the thing is that traditional was the way Chinese was written, but eventually after cultural revolution that happened in China, so the government there introduced simplified Chinese. Simplified, as the name suggests, means writing Chinese in a simpler manner. Just so the characters that are in traditional, you will see that a lot of characters the same. Obviously, they sound the same. The meaning is same. Everything is same. Only the way of writing is different. That's all. Okay. So actually, I'm not able to draw an analogy for you because when we're talking about Hindi or English, we have the same way of writing. It is not that we have a different way of writing. So in this case, I'm not able to draw an analogy, but that is how the letters are written in two different writing systems. That is all. The traditional ones are usually a bit complicated. Simplified ones are a bit simple. So in this lesson, in this playlist, we will be in this whole series, we will be we'll be learning simplified Chinese. If you are interested in learning the through traditional as well, you can let me know. I'll make a whole separate playlist for the same. And again, the second question comes that where are traditional and simplified used? Okay, so in this case, I'll tell you very simply that in China, they speak they use the simplified form of writing, right? And in Taiwan, they use the traditional form, right? In Taiwan and Hong Kong, they use the traditional, and in mainland China, they use the simplified form of writing. So in this course, we will focus on simplified Chinese. An example of simplified versus traditional, it is very simple. I'll give you a very good example. So so there is this word called I. Okay. I means love. This character in simplified is written like this. This is in the simplified uh, writing system. While in the traditional, it becomes a bit not complicated, just a bit different. So this is what it is in traditional. Just a few there's a difference of a few strokes, that is all. If I you know You need to understand that Chinese is like Lego, building blocks. I'll take this thought forward. Um, the character that you see over here looks like this. This is known as Shin. It means heart. The character This character is simplified and used like this over here. The rest of these strokes are the same. This is same. This is same. Only this Shin has changed, right? So that is what I'm trying to say, that simplified and traditional are not very different. The only difference over in both these is that one of them is uses simple. uh, characters. The other one uses a bit complex characters. The second thing over that we need to learn is that Chinese has more than 90 to 1 lakh characters, more than 90 to 1 lakh characters. So we need to understand this. Just say English, in English we have alphabets, right? From A to Z we have alphabets. Chinese, we don't have alphabets. Okay, so I have over here. So Chinese is an ideographic, not an alphabetic language. It's an ideographic language, means pictures, right? Not alphabets. Tones play very important role. So in the upcoming session, we'll understand how important tones are. Chinese is monosyllabic. That is, one syllable means one word. So when I use this character shin, so shin is a single syllable and it means heart. Okay, that that is it. We have measure words, which is very important thing in Chinese, and no morphological changes in characters or numbers with different tense. So that is something you need to understand, that in Chinese we don't talk about different tense. Oh, okay, so just in case of English, what happens is, suppose I want to talk about eat. So there's this verb eat, ate, eaten. We have three forms of the same verb, right? We have three forms of the same verb: eat, ate, and eaten. Based on the context in which I'm speaking, it changes the first person, second person, third person. There are three forms of this verb. In case of Chinese, when I say eat, it is called chi, and chi remains same consistently, whether I'm talking in future, whether I'm talking in present, or whether I'm talking in the past, right? So that's a very important thing which is different in Chinese and other languages, is that the characters, the words, they do not change with numbers or tense, right? Uh, so let's say when I'm saying he eats, she eats, they eat, right? So over here the verb changes when the number of people changes, right? But in Chinese, the word "chi" or the verb will always remain the same. The word is always going to remain same. It is not dependent on number or tense. It is a very important thing that you need to learn and understand, that Chinese, the words do not depend on number or tense, right? So I hope this all these points are clear. This was a very simple beginning of what I'll be covering in the upcoming sessions. I hope it was clear for you. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the comments, or obviously I also give one-to-one sessions. You can join my class. You can DM, you can send me DM on my Instagram, that the link is in the description, as well as on the info of my channel, the description of my channel. If you still have some questions, you just want to, ask some basic doubt, you can just ask in the comment section. It's always open for you. You can also, if you want me to cover some topic, do let me know in the comments. If you want me to answer some questions, do let me know in the comments, or maybe you can write on my community page. Anything is fine, as long as you are able to learn. So I hope that is, I guess, enough for one video. I'll be seeing you in next upcoming videos, and uh, this video might be a bit confusing for you. I covered a lot of information, but in the upcoming videos, I'll be simplifying this a lot, and eventually you will be able to understand what I'm trying to say. Because whenever we're learning a new language, the the unfamiliarity causes anxiety. So you don't need to be anxious, you don't need to be tense. I am going to teach you Mandarin just like how I was taught, and I was taught in a very amazing way. And I also want everybody to learn Mandarin in a very fun and amazing way, because Mandarin is a very simple language. If you ask me, it's a very simple language. Okay, so that is it for the video. Do like, do share, do subscribe, like I always say. And you can also check out the different shorts I have made. The shorts cover a lot of small topics, and you will really enjoy watching them. There is a lot of AI content. It's very visually appealing. So keep learning, and I'll see you in the next video. 再见.